Eugenics. Good morning. A few days ago, we have witnessed the fury of the Filipino people who have been cheated by their leaders. What do I learn from this incident? Number one, we should elect good leaders, God-fearing leaders. Number two, we should get involved in nation building. Be aware of what's going on. Give out feedbacks. Watch your senators, congressman, mayor, all elected officials. Pinapasahod natin yan lahat. So, we have the right to demand good service and clean service from them. So, now the nation has spoken, it has awakened. Let's keep it in mind all year round and the next years too. So, eugenetics. Today we have two very short stories. The first one is the passenger dentures that fell into the honeypot. And the second one is the A passengers. A passengers in an airplane are those people who want to be seated by the emergency exits because there are wider leg rooms, and the crew members will have to decide if he is allowed to sit there. We decide who sits there by the emergency exits because according to the law, you're supposed to help in emergency evacuation. So passengers sitting there or nearby should be able-bodied, should be willing to do the job and help the crew. Okay, so eugenetics. Let us start our stories. The denture and the honeypot. This was told to me by Martin Tuanyo a few years back, I remember. And this happened during the DC-10 days. This is the first wide-body old jet that we acquired. Let's start. While cruising the Pacific, going to the mainland, LA this time, a dignified looking male passenger in coat and tie entered Martin's galley just as Martin was battling from falling asleep standing up. Martin was on duty and we are not allowed to sleep on duty. He introduced himself to Martin and told him his big problem. While using the toilet, his complete set of dentures fell into the honeypot. He said he was going to be a guest speaker when he arrived in LA. And he can hardly enunciate his words without those dentures. Also, there was no more time to have one set made for him before the talk. Martin remembered it happened to him when he was flying the domestic routes. His bunch of keys for his house fell by accident into the honeypot of the airplane. He narrated what happened. He narrated it to the cleaners in Cagayan de Oro, the toilet cleaners. The conscientious cleaner offered to help. He got a big plastic trash liner bag which he used to wrap his right hand up to his shoulder. He knelt in front of the bowl, the honeypot, and inserted his right hand, wrapped in plastic, into the hole of the honeypot. He took out his hand from the honeypot with those blue water oozing, and Martin saw the dangling bunch of keys oozing with gooey particles colored blue by the toilet chemical. Martin narrated this story to the passenger, whose dentures also fell into the plane's honeypot. But Martin was too shy to offer to do it for him. So Martin got a big plastic trash liner bag and gave it to him. He already knew from Martin's story what it was for. Then Martin left him. Then they arrived in LA. On the second day of Martin's day off in LA, he met the same passenger at the lobby of the hotel. He thanked Martin profusely. His talk was a success. Martin was happy for him, but his stomach curled as he looked at the person's dentures. But as Shakespeare would say, all's well, all is well that ends well. Eugenetics. Let's go to the second story. It also happened in an airplane. Yesterday, we flew Narita to Manila. As the Boeing 777 moved into position for takeoff, I went around the cabin for the final cabin check. At the seats 72E and D, or D and E, I saw two male passengers talking to each other very seriously, with emergency safety cards in their hands, one each. I stopped for a while and watched. One passenger pointed to the red line that would lead to an emergency exit. The other one pointed at the door exits. There were 10 of them, they counted. When I reached the rearmost galley, I told one flight attendant, in case of emergency, you have two knowledgeable male passengers who are reviewing their passenger safety cards at seats 72, D, and E. Actually, this is just behind the emergency exit. You have two assisting passengers to help you. The flight attendant followed me to familiarize herself with the 2A or assisting passengers in case of emergency. When I pointed out to her who they were, she burst out laughing. There, she saw two brothers, one 2-year-old and the other one 3-year-old, still studying the safety emergency cards. Eugenetics, we have to end here. We have to end here and wait for the next Wednesday for another story. Thank you for your time, Eugenetics. I love you.